Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on how to place text behind an object in Photoshop. I do this for all my thumbnails at the moment. I really like the effect. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. First I'm going to clean this desk and then we'll jump into Photoshop. Okay, so I'm here in Photoshop now and I've got the image open that I'm going to be using for the thumbnail of this video. So that's what we're going to be playing with today. So if I come over here to my layer panel, you can see I've got two text layers, hide text and the A, that I'm going to be placing behind myself, which is the subject. So I'm the subject in this case. I'm going to be showing you how to place text behind an object. So essentially there are two ways that you can do this, and both methods I use. It just depends on the situation, but I'm going to be showing you both methods right now. So we're going to start here with the A. I'm going to enable the A text, which is here over my arm. The first method involves using just simply the eraser tool. So you come over here to your left, you click the eraser tool, and we're going to hit layer A, and you'll see that Photoshop won't let you. Just right click and it'll ask you to retrousize the type. Click that. Now we're going to zoom into my arm here, Control plus to zoom in, and essentially, so we're going to come up to the eraser settings up here. We're going to make sure our hardness is to 100% and put the size to where you like it. My brush size is at 15 and that's fine for this. With the text layer selected, we're going to come up over to the opacity and I'm going to drop that to about 30%. What this does is so you can see both layers. So you can see the A is over my arm here, and simply what we're going to do, we're just going to erase where my arm cuts the text, just like this. You can pretty it up, doesn't really matter. Usually for my thumbnails I just do it very quick. So once you've done that, we're going to bring the opacity back up to 100 so you can fully see that layer, and you zoom out and you can see that the A looks like it is behind my arm. So that's a very simple way for one letter like this, but if you were to type, a sentence and you wanted that to be behind a object, it would take a long time to erase all those pixels. So the problem with this method is if I were to grab the text layer A, and move it, you can see that it only works where the original place was. If I grab the text tool, I can't even manipulate that text now. So it's more of a destructive way to do it, and you can't change anything, so you got to get it right the first time. Bless you. It was a cough. Go back to work. Anyway, so the second method is actually less destructive, and you can manipulate the text later. It won't damage it. So I'm just going to disable this. Now I've got the hide text, which is what we're going to be using, and for this method we're going to be using the quick selection tool. So what we're going to do, we're going to disable the text, what we've got here, so we're going to disable that. We're going to make sure layer 1 is selected, and we're going to come over here, press the quick selection tool over here, and we're going to go select subject. So what this does, Photoshop is going to select, it's going to determine where the subject is in the image. It should do a pretty good job in this case due to the background being white, and I'm a clear subject in this image. So we're going to see how Photoshop does, and it's done a pretty good job here. You can see it's selected all around here. So once Photoshop has selected the subject, we're going to come up here to select and mask. Any settings for this is fine. I'm just going to hit OK. Now that that has masked that, we're going to keep layer 1 selected and hit new group. I'm going to call this group text. Enter. I'm going to select the group and drag it above the text layer, and then select the text layer and drag it into the group, just like that. Then we're going to select the group come down here to add a layer mask, just like that. Then I'm going to enable the hide text, and you can see that the text has come onto my fingers. So what you need to do, you need to go into that layer, you need to go into the group and come up here to properties and click invert. Close that down, and there you go, the hide text is behind the subject. And I personally like using this method due to this. I can grab the text and I can manipulate anything in it. You know? I can manipulate where I want it. I might want to move it up. I might want to move it down. I like it center. So there you have it. 2 methods to place text behind any subject. In this case, I was the subject, and this is the thumbnail for this video. So I'm gonna finish creating this thumbnail, make it all nice, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.